Oklahoma is going to be card for 12X of Hank Davis outside row number 1. At Greenwood, Missouri, it's that card number 19 of Clinton Boyles. Row number 2 on the inside, he's out for Sales, Missouri. They call it AG3. It's card number 3 of Harrison Jensen. Outside row number 2. Put down quick time out of Miller's Boulevard in the 51B of Joe B. Miller. Row number 3, feature winner last night at Fort Collins, Colorado, the 97 of Scotty Milan. On the right side out of Kennedale, Texas, going to be car number 79 of Kyle Jones. Fourth and final row. On the left side, he's out of Sherman, Illinois, in the V8 of John Menard. Right side, scheduled to go, is going to be that car number 98B. It's the Monster Miles Paulus. Paulus outside of row number 1 here in, row number 4 here in heat race number 1. As cars fired off on the racing surface. Checking out the rear as we start to form the field here and Miami Motorsports heat race number 1 of 3 with Power Eye on the pit and out on the friendly.
races. Clinton Boyles in 19, Eric Jennison in 3, Hank Davis in 12X, Joe B. Miller in 4th, Scotty Milan in that 5th spot, Kyle Jones in 6th, and John Barnard in that 7th spot. Clinton Boyles pulls up on the front straightaway. Scotty Cook going to be down there to interview him. I hope you all be able to hear it. Maybe everybody gets off the track, the noise kind of calms down. We can hear what Clinton's got to say, but let's take it down to Scotty for right now.
To set the storyline, you would think a young man that traded in the glove and the suit for the last 2 years for riches would have a little rust on him, but that's not the case tonight nor last night. You came out the gate swinging. Great job, Clinton Boyle.
I don't know. I feel like I've been trying really hard, but making a lot of mistakes. So, yeah, super cool to be in front of a huge crowd here in Sedalia. That's where I grew up, coming to race, my grandpa race. So it's really special, and I just can't thank, Ryan Ashley for giving me the opportunity this 19. It's a lot of, cool things to work with him, and Luke is back as a crew chief. He's killing it. We're working hard, and like you said, the biggest issue is me. I mean, I gotta get a lot better, knock all that rust off, and then we'll be all right.
Well, you just set yourself up in contention with a solid starting spot for tonight's main event. We'll wish you the best of luck. Welcome back. It feels right to see you ripping tear offs again, son.
Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a well-deserved round of applause from right up the road in Greenwood, Missouri, behind the wheel of the high grade of motorsports, number 19, Clinton Boyles, picking up heat race number 1. Brothers and heat winners, brought to you by the fine folks of Impact Sermons on to Laps. Alan, back to you.
Thank you, Scotty. Perform and plan for victory. IBOC Racing is where winning begins. Visit IBOC.com for the full 2025 shopping catalog. IBOC Racing heat race number 2, 8 laps of distance, 7 competitors. Let's line it up. On the pole, we got a Hallsville, Missouri, Indiana Carter 21 of Kansas Road, outside, row 1. At a Fredericktown, Missouri, the 79X of Gage Montgomery. Row number 2 on the inside, we got a Odessa, Missouri, it's the 74, the X-Man, Xavier Doney. Right side, on the outside of row 2, at Fremont, Ohio, Carter 14 of Sean Rahal. Third row on the left side, you got a Warsaw, Missouri, going to be car number 91, Riley Kreisel, right side of Little Jack, Missouri, the 73.
I don't think you're going to be able to hear him. Let me give you the lineup here for Heat 2 for the Power I 410 Sprint. Looks like it's going to be Dylan Baldwin. He's going to be inside on that first row with Riley Kreisel right there beside him. Inside the second row is going to be Xavier Doney with Sean Rahal. Inside that third row is going to be Cam Sorrells. Outside is going to be Samuel Wagner. And bringing up the tail end is going to be Cage Montgomery. Folks, I'll try and fill you in here when I can, but I'm trying to do the camera and the sound both, so it's going to be a handful. Stay with me. Once again, your lineup's going to be Baldwin, Kreitzel, Doney, Rahal, Sorrells, Wagner, and Montgomery back in that back spot. So let's see how this plays out. That's Montgomery out in the lead, and it's Xavier Doney now in second place. Third place is Ray Hall, and then Sorrell. The leader coming down the front stretch here. Looking nice and smooth. See how Xavier goes through 1 and 2 here. Right up on pretty much on the edge if there was a cushion there, but up where the pavement has slipped off, there's some loose dirt up above that. Both the leader and second place right up there against that little bit of moisture that's on this track. You can see really dusty down here in turns 1 and 2. Like the leader's coming around here for lap number 6. Going to be completing lap 6. So it'll be 2 more laps here for Ray Hall. White flag should be coming out this time. That's Gage Montgomery, your leader, and the white flag waves. He goes into 1 and 2, like you say, just up right against that little dust cushion. Down the back straightaway, looking really nice and smooth, a lot of speed, carrying it real well through the corners. Checkered flag is into Flagman's hand, and Montgomery is going to come and take it, and that will be your winner. It's going to be Montgomery, Doney, Ray Hall in third, Kreitzel in fourth, Sorrell fifth, Baldwin sixth, and Samuel Wagner in that last spot. Wagner looks like he's going to spin out down here.
Racing heat race number 2, as it belongs to the 79X of Gage Montgomery. Second place again, the 74 of Doney, Ray Hall, Kreitzel, Sorrell, Baldwin, and Wagner. Your field, as he pulls into position, give us a round of applause. Your heat race number 2 winner, the 79 Gage Montgomery, out of Fredericktown, Missouri. First on tire and service, Gifford Home, Cooper Racing, high caliber graphics, EMI chassis with a Kitzler Racing engine. His fourth heat race win of 2025. Down here trackside with Scotty Cook and Gage Montgomery. Scotty?
How about that, Alan Staley? This young man with not much seat time in a 410 sprint car in the last year and a half or so. It's been a learning curve and not much success on a big half mile, but you sure did find it from the outside of the front row. Great job.
Yeah, thank you. We definitely had struggled on the half miles and a little bit everywhere this weekend, so really happy with how the car is handling right now. I think we're making a lot of gains on these bigger tracks, and hopefully we can go forward in the future.
So keep that ball in your pocket and we'll watch.
Thank you, sir.
He is straight up out of Fredericktown, Missouri. Gage Montgomery, 17 years of age, picking up heat race number 2.
Take it out there, Scotty. Great job, as always, my friend, as we continue on third and final heat race for the Power Eye on State Rookie Course and Outlaw Sprint League, brought to you by Autometer. Driven to provide the instrumentation and electronics you to win since 1957. Take control of your at Autometer.com. Autometer, proud sponsor here. Heat race number 3 of 3. 8 laps the distance, 7 competitors. Let's line it up. On the pole, out of Odessa, Missouri, car number 93, of Taylor Walton. Outside row number 1, at Lone Jack, Missouri, car number 77, it's the gentleman, Jack Wagner. Second row inside out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's the 22M, Reese Moran on the outside out of Warrensburg, Missouri, car number 31, Cameron Key. Third row, left side looking at it right here, it's Sedalia, Missouri, the 21X, Gunner Raymond, right side out of Lee Summit, Missouri, the 15, Jack Potter. Scheduled to go fourth and final row all by yourself out of Odessa, Missouri, in the car number 74 in of Natalie Doney. 7 competitors, 8 laps the distance here. Auto Meter heat race number 3 of 3 with a Power Eye on a State Rookie 410 Outlaw Sprint League.
Here's your lineup for heat number 3. It's going to be Jack Potter in 15. He's on the inside the front row. Outside in the 22M is going to Reese Morant. Inside of that second row is going to be the 21X of Gunnar Ramey. Beside him is going to be the 74N of Natalie Doney. That's Xavier's younger sister. And then in the 31 in row 4, I believe, is going to be Cameron Key and Jack Wagner outside of him in the 77. They must have this lineup wrong because it looks to me like Wagner is on the front row. They've got him in the last spot. They got Potter. That's correct, 15. Sorry about the camera work, folks, but I can't do both things at once. I'm doing the best I can here. Trying to keep you informed of the people that are on the track. We'll see how this goes. Give them a little time here. Real slow pace through 3 and 4. There's the start flag right there at the entrance to the pits. Well, we got a little battle there for second place. I believe one of them is Wagner in the 77. The other 31 of Cameron Key up on that high side there. Key in that second spot. He's in the 31, Wagner in the 77. Got a pass for third. Either that was somebody trying to pass Wagner for third, and he got it back coming out of turn 2. Coming around for lap 4, leader is going to complete lap number 4. Walt and Key Wagner, that's your top 3. Now will be a complete lap 5. Start finish line. 3 to go, just 3 to go. Wagner up into that cushion again. Leader now with probably a 15 to 18 car length lead. White flag should come out for the leader as he comes down now to take the white flag from our flag. With probably a third of a straightaway lead. Walton, your leader, still Cameron Key in second, and Jack Wagner in that third spot. Fourth is Reese Morant. Here's the checkered flag, and your winner is going to be 93. That's going to be Taylor Walton. Second place, Cameron Key. Third place, Jack Wagner. Fourth place, Reese Morant. Fifth is going to be Gunnar Ramey. Natalie Doney in sixth, and Jack Potter, who started on the pole, is going to be that 7th place finisher. We got one stop back on the back straightaway. We got a push truck on the way out, but the winner is going to be coming around here. We'll get to hear what he's got to say about winning this race.
Good time, power
Send it down to Scotty Cook. Hear what Taylor Walton's got to say. I'm sure he's excited about this. I imagine he doesn't get the chance to race on track this big very often, so I'm sure he's going to be happy.
Great job from the drop of the green, shot off from the pole like a cannon, buddy.
Yeah, we've made some good changes to the thing, and I think I got a high rock for the thing.
Man, you're going to have to sit back there, and I don't know if you're going to mess with this race car, but you're going to have to sit back there and think, I just earned myself a heck of a starting spot for tonight's main event.
Yeah, I can't thank my sponsors, Russell Lawn Care, Superior Lawn Care, Janex and Motorsports, and everybody that helps me get this thing on the racetrack, and Mom and Dad, and my wife, and and Ben Brown tonight for coming to help me for crew member, because we didn't have anybody. So.
All right, buddy, heck of a job. It'll be fun to watch you in the future, man.
Thank you.
Folks, we ain't heard from you all night long. Now's the time. He's on a Warrensburg, Missouri. Taylor Walton picking up your third and final heat race. Once again, a very special thanks. Fine folks of Impact4800.com. Check them out, and we'll send it back to you, Alan Staley.
There's Scotty Cook as we continue on. Up next, I think it's going to be a little B-modified heat racing action. Of course, B-modified heat races being brought to you by Speedy B's Convenience, the official Power Ice Stock Lot title sponsor, offering a top-notch line of clean, fast, and friendly local convenience stores in Speedy B's with 5 locations, including New Bloomfield, St. Thomas, 2 facilities in Jefferson.
Your lineup is Ryan Gibbs, Casey Thomas, Chad Clancy, Chad Status, Brian Meyer, Adam Hall, Clayton Smith, Alan Anders, Joshua Reddy. Is your leader. That's Casey Thomas. Gibbs in second. Thomas opening up about at least a 10-car length lead. Chad Clancy starts looking to the outside of the second place car, Ryan Gibbs. Clancy's unable to get off of the corner there out of 2, and Gibbs is going to hold on to that lead and maybe extend it just a little bit. But now, looks like Clancy again going to look to that inside, gets up to the rear bumper, almost got his hood under the back deck of second place. Going to slide around there through 2, and he's going to get by Gibbs now for second spot. That's Chad Clancy in second. Thomas still your leader. Good 10th car length lead. Quite a big lead here in the B-Mod. Clancy might be making up some room on him, but boy, it's going to be hard. We just completed lap 4. There's only a 6-lap race, 6 laps on this big half mile. That's a lot of room to make up. Oh, the white flag comes out. Flagman almost a little bit late, but the white flag's out, so this is the last lap. You can see that distance there between the leader and second place. Gibbs goes into 3, keeps it down there about the bottom side, trying to get into a little bit of that dirt that's still down there, and it looks like that's going to be your winner. Finishing order. Going to be Casey Thomas, Chad Clancy in second, Ryan Gibbs third, Joshua Reddy fourth, Chad Status fifth, Adam Hall sixth, Brian Meyer seventh, Clayton Smith 8, and Alan Anders in the 9th spot. That's going to be heat race 1 here for your B mods. Kenny Schrader on the pole. There we go. Got a lineup now. Kenny Schrader, Stephen Clancy, Jeremy Lyle, Jake Fetterman, Dawson David, Tyler Emhoff, Chris Jackson, and Aaron Morant in 57. Back there, you want to watch that 57. Last row, Aaron, a late model driver most of the time, driving with MLRA, senior with Lucas Oil, World of Outlaws. Looks like Ken Schrader going to jump out to the lead right here in turn 1. Looks like a little dust storm down there. Schrader going to stretch it out. My gosh, already looks like maybe 6 car lengths. Schrader over second place to Stephen Clancy. Clancy in one of those J2 race cars. In that second spot, seen him up at US 36 Raceway last night. Won the B-Mod class up there last night at 36. Down here today at the fair, along with his brother Chad.
Schrader continuing to stretch it out now over Clancy as they tip to turns 3 and 4.
David Dawson in third and Chris Jackson in that 4th spot. He was one of the guys that originated the J2 race cars. I don't know whose car he's driving here. That's him in the back right there. 4th place. Schrader. Clancy. David. And Chris Jackson. Looks like the dust is playing a little havoc with my camera. Going to be 4 down here as Schrader crosses the start-finish line. Aaron Morant has passed 2 cars now. He's up to 6th. Should be the white flag here for Kenny Schrader, and it does wave. Schrader takes the white flag, and he's got what looks like maybe a third of a straightaway here at this big half-mile lead over Stephen Clancy, and no doubt who's going to win this. Don't look like things are going to change much here. Here comes your leader out of turn 4, Kenny Schrader. Finishing order is going to be Schrader. Kenny Schrader wins. Stephen Clancy 2nd. Dawson Davis 3rd. Chris Jackson 4th. Aaron Morant 5th. Jeremy Lyle 6th. Jake Fetterman 7th. And Tyler Emhoff in that 8th spot.
Finishing third, the 20D of David Dawson, finish up in the runner-up spot, the 12th seat of Stephen Clancy. And there he is, a big round of applause, and around 5th Missouri, Kenny Schrader.
That's a Missouri native running at the Missouri State Fair. I don't think you can get it much better than that, folks. Well, I'll put this microphone back up here and see if you can hear the lineups, but I doubt it. Looks like we got street stocks on the track. I think we got 2 heats of them. I'm going to turn it off here and we'll get right back to it as soon as they get through with saying line up, and I get one here on my tablet.
6 laps of racing, and I'm ready to go green out of turn 4.
That looks like Woolery that's going to jump out to the lead there in the black car. We've got one slow here in turn 1. He's picking up the pace, so I don't think we're going to have a yellow flag. And we got a spin out up there right in the middle. of 3 and 4, and that certainly will bring out a yellow. And I couldn't begin to tell you who that is. I don't have any field glasses or binoculars or anything. I didn't get a chance to give you that lineup. I had it turned off. We don't have no laps in, so it's going to be a complete read. It's going to be inside front row is Derek Henson. Beside him is going to be Brian Woolery. Inside second row, Stephen Beach. Outside, Terry Schultz. Inside that third row, Mike Doherty. Outside, Blaine Ewing. Inside the fourth row, Aaron Poe, who has been a national champion in the Superstock class, I believe, for Power Eye. And Jerry Schmidt is in that fourth spot. So that's going to be your lineup. Like I say, some you might watch out for here. Terry Schultz, former modified driver, let alone B-Mod driver. Looks like Terry's in that black car there. He's up like in third spot right now. The other one's going to be a 3 back in the back, Aaron Poe.
Still trying to get the field realigned here, so we're going to stay under yellow for another lap. Should be the 14 Brian Worthy on the inside of the front row, and the 10 Steve Beach on the outside. We're working Terry Maddox, competition director, trying to get them realigned down there as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. First of 2 heat races here at the Power Eye Superstock division.
Well, folks, I'm going to shut off the record. We'll be back as soon as I get this lineup straightened out. Now, here we go. Got them realigned. Yeah, we had a spin out. Whoever it was, he's headed back to the pits. According to the lineup that I have, we got 1 lap in. And it looks like Brian Woolery is your leader. Terry Schultz in second. Aaron Poe. Let's see, moving up out here on the outside in the 3 car. He should be in third spot. Should be Woolery, Schultz, Pohl, Henderson, Ewing, Doherty, Schmidt, and Beach.
Mike Doherty sitting on the outside of the second row now. Henderson to the inside. Aaron Poe outside of row 3. All right, let's see if 3 times the charge. Down, out of turn 4 once again. Brian Worthy
lap number 2. Your leader, Brian Woolery. Second place, Terry Schultz, Aaron Pope. Lap 4 for your leader, Woolery, Brian Woolery. Barry Schultz still in second. Aaron Poe in third. Jerry Smith's in that fourth plate. Henderson in fifth. 5. Be completing lap 5 this time. Looks like the flagman's got the white flag in hand. Looks like Woolery's got the race in hand as Terry Schultz cannot make up any ground at all. 2 more corners here for Woolery. Both of them staying around that low side. Schultz kind of drifts up a little bit. Woolery comes out there into the middle of the track to finish the race and win. So your finishing order for heat number 1 for the Super Stocks going to be Brian Woolery first, Terry Schultz second, Aaron Poe third, Derek Henson fourth, Jerry Schmidt fifth, Mike Doherty sixth, Steve Beach seventh, and Blaine Ewing, I believe, is the one that pulled into the pits earlier.
Third in the 3 car. Runner-up goes to the B4 of Terry Schultz, and your winner here is on the front stretch of the 14C, Brian Woolery.
Your leaders, Hassler, Meyer, Evans, Thompson, Welchmeyer, Lyle. second. Third is going to be Jason Thompson. Now Chad Lyle has moved into fourth. Comes out for your leader, Galen. There again, he's got like a third of a straightaway lead. Oh, maybe even more, maybe half a straightaway lead for second place. David Meyer. Checkered flag. Oh, we got a yellow flag out. Got one stop down here going into turn one. That's out here to push this guy off. Here comes the push truck now. Looks like we are only got one lap to go, so they are going to throw the green and the white together on this. The one lap here. Hassler, Meyer, Lyle, Weissmeyer, Fram, Thompson. See if Hassler can open up that big lead again. Finishing order for heat number 2 for the Super Stocks. Galen Hassler wins, David Meyer second. I think it's Brian Meyer, but I'm not sure. Ted Welshmeyer, Corey Flam, Jason Thompson, Chad Lyle, and Jared Evans. That's your finishing order here for heat race number 2 for the Super Stocks.
Brian Meyer, the 9th car, going off second, and your winner. You want a big round of applause to the driver of the 25 car, Galen Hassler.
I think he's expecting an interview, but I got bad news for him. They ain't doing any.
All right, race fans, we'll take a short.
We're going to take an intermission, folks. We'll be back here in a little bit at the Missouri State Fair. Let me just show you the crowd here, folks. It's a nice bunch of folks here. I'm not going to say they're sold out because they aren't, but pretty good crowd here for the Missouri State Fair on a Sunday night. I can remember years and years, we used to have races all the time at the fair, almost all week, along with concerts and what have you. But nice crowd here tonight. But like I say, welcome to the Missouri State Fair. We got the features coming up here after intermission. See you in a little bit. Well, folks, we got just a little bit of time where you can probably hear me. Here's going to be the lineup for the A main. I don't know if you could hear the announcer there a while ago, but on that front row is going to be Cameron Key on the inside with his cousin Clinton Boyles outside. Second row is going to be Ayrton Jeniton and Gage Montgomery outside of him. Third row is going to be Xavier Doney with Sean Rahal outside of him on that third row. Fourth row will be Joby Miller, Taylor Walton outside of him. Fifth row, Jack Wagner, Reese Morant outside of him. Sixth row is going to be the 12X of Hank Davis, 91 of Riley Kreitzel. Seventh row will be the 97 of Scotty Milan. Outside of him on the seventh row will be the 21 of Cam Sorrells. Eighth row is going to be Natalie Doney. Outside of her will be Kyle Jones. Ninth row is going to be Dylan Baldwin. Jack Potter outside of him. 10th row, Gunnar Ramey. Samuel Wagner outside of him. 11th row is going to be John Barnard. And then outside of him will be Miles Paulus in the 98. They're kind of working the track in here a little bit. They came out and went around the inside of the track one time on that low groove, and then went around on the outside probably at least 5 to 6 times. Up there right here before we get ready to go. I'm going to turn this thing off. We'll get back when they get lined up. Now we're getting ready to go, folks. Still got yellow lights on, so there won't be a start this time. But, I don't know if they're letting them pack just a little bit more here, because I'm telling you, this high side and down this outside of the front straightaway looks just a little bit gooey yet. Yeah. See, Boyle's kind of spinning the tires there. They're going to turn them loose for a few laps and let them throw it off at speed. But I think it's a little treacherous out there. Like I say, the water truck made about 5, 6, maybe 7 laps around the track on that high side, starting there almost in the middle of the straightaway. You can see here where the light part is and where the dark part is, and the dark part is where it's wet, of course, and down below that is the dry part. When they all go into that first turn, that is going to be one dusty thing to see. They're lining up, but the yellow light is still on, so I don't think we got one up against the guardrail. I don't know if you can see it or not, but he's back behind the post there. You can just barely see the tail end of the car, and I don't know if he got loose there on that. It's a little gooey right there coming out of 4 down to where that opening is into the infield also, and I bet he got that thing crossed up sideways, and they got the front end into the fence because they're backing up the tow truck to him, and it looks like they're going to tow him off. And it looks like the 79, which looks like is Kyle Jones or Gage Montgomery. I think that's Jones, but I'm not sure. Yeah, his front wheels, one's going straight and one's going left, so don't look like he's going to be making it. Like I say, we're all ready to go. The yellow light's still on. You got to give the track workers and whatever the benefit of the doubt here. I mean, when you only have one race a year, and with some of the hot weather that we've had here in the last few days, why, that would explain a lot of the dust that we had earlier, and then that would explain why they came out and wet it the way they did. Yellow lights are still out. We got one pulled up here at the entrance into the pits now. That's number 14. Looks like that is Sean Rayall. I believe he was a heat race winner, I believe. And that looks like it could be a crew member over there at the barrier talking to him, plus one of the Power Eye officials. And now it looks like Ray Hall's back out on the track. And he's getting pushed off.
I understand debris in the top of turn number 3.
Yeah, they're saying debris in the top of turn number 3. Evidently is what Ray Hall pulled over for. Still kind of in limbo here. All the cars going around at a slow pace. Looks like we got one on the back straightaway. Yeah, that's 15. Jack Potter. Looks like he's going to get pushed off. Maybe that's where the debris was. I don't know exactly what we're doing, but we'll get it figured out. Track still needs just a little bit of packing on the top side. Flagman looks like he's got the green flag furled up.
Good observation here. Car number 21, Gunnar Ramey, also not able to make the call, so a couple cars of track.
Once again, we've got Cousins starting on the front row. Inside is Clinton Boyles in the 31. Outside in the 19 is, I'm sorry, Clinton Boyles is in the 19. Cameron Key in the 31 on the pole. Ayrton Jennington right behind them. Riley Kreitzel now up against the guardrail out here in between 1 and 2. Riley looks like he might be dead in the water there. I think they're going to push him into the pits. Not turning like he's coming into the infield. I don't know if that's where the hot lane is, because they've got some crew members and some of their push vehicles down there. Looks like they're going to push him around here into the pit area. The infield, I guess I should say. The pit area is over on the back side of the track, outside of the back straightaway. And he does turn into the infield.
Car number 91 of Riley Kreisel down into the work area. We'll get 60 seconds on the clock to make the repairs down here.
They're saying he's going to get 60 seconds here for the crew to take a look at that and decide what they want to do.
As crews start to work on that car number 91 of Riley Kreisel out of Warsaw, Missouri. DK Racing on the side, Missouri 1.811.
We're going to turn this off, folks, till they get this thing ready to go. We'll be back in a little bit. Well, the flagman is signaling for them to get in their side-by-side lineup. Riley Kreitzel back out now. He's going to pull into the back of the field. Yellow light is out. I think we're going to go racing. Once again, Boyles and Key on that front row. They'll be starting them out here. And there we go. Looks like Boyle's got the jump. Lead him into 1 and 2. Glenn Boyle's going to lead first lap. Cameron Key is second. Montgomery in the third spot. Boy, Clinton Boyles has opened up a straightaway lead there already. Cameron Key there in that third spot. Gage in fourth. Looks like he's going to get challenged for that third spot now. Xavier Doney there looks like he's trying to put a move on him. And it looks like Doney was going to take over fourth. Derek and Jennison right there in fifth. Gage is going to get back around. Jennison. The leaders come down the straightaway here now. We've completed 4 laps. Boyle, Key, and Doney, the first 3. Second, third, and fourth, we have that back straightaway in through 3 and 4. We got one going slow. We've got a flat right rear going into turn 1. That's almost out there in the middle of the track, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. And it will. And it is the 8, and I'll have to look and see who that is. I think that's John Barnard, B8, and he pulls up over there. I don't know if it looks like a crew truck, wagon, whatever you want to call them, has pulled up there. We have completed 3 laps out of the 20. The running order is Clinton Boyles in first, who had opened up probably almost a half a straightaway lead over his cousin Cameron Key. Xavier Doney third, Gage Montgomery in fourth, Ayrton Jennett in fifth, Joby Miller in sixth, Sean Rahal seventh, Hank Davis eighth, Walton in ninth, Reese Morant 10th, Kreitzel in 11th, of which he has moved up quite a bit because he had to go to the back of the field when he went into the pit area. So he's come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 positions from when he started already. Is Riley Kreitzel. So we'll just see how this goes. But Barnard's still on the infield there with his crew attending to the car. Don't see much activity. Looking over there on the left side of the car as you look at it, maybe towards the rear end, probably something. Oh, that's right, he had a flat right rear, I remember now. So they're probably putting a right rear tire on it, going to try to get him back out into the action here on the big half mile at the Sedalia Fair once again. I could be wrong, I don't want to be quoted on this, but I believe this is the 64th Sedalia Fair, State Fair. Barnhart now going to get pushed off. Plenty of time here for anybody to be able to make a move. We've only completed 4 laps out of the 20, so we still got 16 laps to go. Quite a bit of the crowd still here. There's your leader, Clinton Boyles. I don't know when the last time Clinton was in a sprint car. I think it's been a while. He's been crew chiefing on some sprint cars with the World of Outlaws, I believe. Maybe he got the weekend off. I don't think they were running anywhere. So he decided to come right here at the fair with a bunch of the boys from around the state and elsewhere.
Montgomery, Tony in row 2, Joey Miller, Harrison Jennison right there in row number 3. As the lights downfield set, 4 laps in the book, 16 to go.
And they're going to go green again. Clinton Boyle again going to get a pretty good run on. Starts out with probably at least a 10-car length lead and going to pull away from Cuz. Well, that's not Cuz, I'm sorry. That's Xavier Doney in second. Got a good race going on there for third place. Let's see who this is. In that 5th spot, so that's your top 5. Clinton Boyle completes 6 laps now. Up to about a 10 or 12 car length lead. He seems to run it in just a little bit harder as he goes into 1 and 3. He closes up, but Clinton kind of picks it up about halfway through the corner and down the straightaway. Getting into lap traffic now as they go through 1 and 2. Clinton will get his first lap car right there. That's Doney. That's Doney there in the 74. Cameron comes up with his turn now. He's going to get around Natalie. Xavier, I'm sorry. He's around his sister. Bright lights back there in the pit are just killing my camera. I have to keep it up a little tighter on somebody. Xavier sliding down trying to make a slide job, but no good. Clinton with a nice pass there on another lap car. We got rid of a little bit of the dust that we had earlier on. There's the 2 leaders right. Montgomery, I'm sorry, Harrison Jennison. No, I think Montgomery was in the 4th spot, Jennison's in 5th. Quite a bit of lap traffic now ahead of your leader, and they're all in his line. This might give Tony the chance to make a little ground here. Going to come around with me completing 16 laps. Xavier's getting up pretty close, going to go down low, like he's going to get inside of Clinton Boyle. That's your 2 leaders right there. Xavier Doney going to take the lead. Xavier goes in real low down by the guardrail. Clinton Boyle's up on that high line still. Joni gets up against the fence back there. Coming out of 2, that's going to cost him quite a bit of time to give Clinton Boyles a chance to catch back up. Joni's going to complete lap 18. 2 to go. White lap.
Actually, the white lap's out.
White flag is out right now. Joni, your leader. Got a lap car, but Clinton Boyles is back way too far to take advantage of anything that might happen. There comes the white flag. I didn't think it was ready. Xavier's got one more lap, dealing with lap traffic back there on the back straightaway. Looks like he's going to get through it pretty clean. Going to get that line that he wants, go down in low, slip up there high on the up on the top berm. And it looks like Xavier's going to be your winner. Xavier Joni, the winner. Clinton Boyle second. Cameron Key third. Reese Moran fourth. Hank Davis fifth. Joby Miller sixth. Jack Wagner seventh. Gage Montgomery eighth. Ayrton Ray Hall ninth. Jennington 10th. Scotty Milan 11th. Ryan Kreitzel 12th. Taylor Walton 13th. Cam Sorrells 14th. Dylan Baldwin 15th, John Ballard 16th, Jack Potter 17th, Natalie Doney 18th, Kyle Jones 19th, Samuel Wagner comes in the 20th spot.
For the second time in his career, first time in 2025, that car number 74, Xavier Doney, going to park it in victory lane here this.
I don't know where Xavier went, but we're all waiting for him on the straightaway. Here he comes into victory lane now. He must have wanted to take a little cool down lap. Everything was running a little warm. So we'll see what he's got to say. We'll take it down to Scotty Cook and hope you all can hear it. Of course, we all know, folks, that is a Sheeny Lawson chassis, which is manufactured right up there just off of I-70, right by I-70 Speedway, I believe is where they're making those. But here's Scotty Cook.
Go ahead, send things down trackside, Mr. Scotty Cook. Scotty?
How about that, Sedalia, Missouri? Let her have it one more time. Up next from Missouri, Xavier Doney. Young man, you are the Missouri State Fair Sprint Car Champion for 2025, and I know your shoulders will swell with pride for that.
Man, that was a hell of a race. Just keep the pace with Clinton there. Decided in lap traffic. It's just really awesome to be here on a big half mile. The first one of the season where we struggled on the big tracks in the past. We had great help with Sammy Swindell. My dad's picked up a lot from him, and he's really put his knowledge to good use.
You've had a pretty rough and tumble 2025, albeit maintaining third in the point standings, but almost had one in the bag last night, and you came out swinging today. I know you were dejected last night, but still a heck of a run then, and you come out swinging tonight, and I know you feel great.
Hey, same thing as last night. Track changes, you got to adjust to it. I found the rubber down on the bottom of 1 and 2 when Clinton was stuck up top with one of the lap cars, and took advantage of that situation. I made a few mistakes in lap traffic, just not getting to the grip where I needed to be. But overall, it was a pretty good race for me, really good night for our team, and I'm glad to be here.
Take a look up to the grandstands at this great big crowd. Have you ever won a race in front of so many people, young man?
I don't think so. It's really a heck of a crowd. How many of you guys are here from last night at Lucas Oil? Any of you? Yeah, I gotta thank the Lord for putting me in this position. It's a real blessing to be in this sprint car with such an amazing team and car owner and sponsors. I gotta thank everyone that helps out on the car. This badass nail awesome chassis. Brian's a heck of a welder, and I'm welding right alongside him, keeping them fresh. Motorhaven, RV, and boat storage. Come get a unit. Store your stuff over the winter. We really need it. Come on, guys. Anyway, GTX line, everyone else that helps on the car, all the product sponsors, it really helps out a ton.
It's been a treat watching you progress each and every night you unload, buddy. Go enjoy the moment with your crew and the family.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Sedalia podium, Missouri State champion for your sprint cars. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing to hang your shoulders about with this young man. From behind the wheel, a hiatus for quite some time. I believe it might have been Chili Bowl last time you were behind the wheel, last January. Wasn't no rust this weekend, a solid run last night. You backed it up tonight. I thought you had it in the bag, but like Xavier said, he caught you in the traffic there with 4 to go.
Yeah, Xavier did a great job, and I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but second sucks. It's not fun to run second and lose one like that. I felt like I just made one massive mistake down there, 3 and 4, trying to slide a lap car and didn't clear. I was just cornered too early, and just didn't do a great job closing the deal. So good job to those guys. They got a great program going with the Sinead Austin chassis and everything they built together. And so thankful for Ryan and Ashley to give me this opportunity and all Luke's hard work and all their partners. It's incredible that I haven't raced in like 3 years. And get to come out here and compete at this level. It's a testament to their car and their program and everything they have. So a lot of fun, but yeah, second sucks.
I know before you stepped away and traded in the suit for the wrenches, you've acquired over your young career so many fans, and I know there's so many people proud of your efforts this weekend.
Yeah, it's incredible. We got here in front of a great crowd at Sedalia. I grew up coming with my cousin Cameron here. When we were little kids watching our grandpa race. Both of our dads race here. Bob Larson's here. He raced here in a modified. So it's really neat to get to come out here and run. And would have been really special to get it done, but nonetheless, I'm glad to see a great crowd and hope everyone has a good fair weekend and we come back next year.
Enjoy the moment, brother.
Yeah, thanks, Scotty.
Ladies and gentlemen, out of Greenwood, Missouri, Clinton Boyles, your runner-up. Papa Joe with a big smile on his face. How about this young man? He just finished podium right behind his cousin, and this is probably one of the highlights of your young career, to be able to finish on the podium in such a big crowd right behind your cousin.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. It's now that we only get to come here once a year, it makes it even more special. Growing up, coming down here on Friday nights and watching the weekly program, and my dad, uncle, grandpa, the whole family's raced here for so many years. So now to get to do it, I wish we could do it more than once a year. But yeah, really special to be down here on the front stretch with Clinton too. Awesome that he got a shot in that car and he made the most of it last night and tonight. So really cool for them, really cool for the McGarrys. Tuesday night I found out I didn't have a ride anymore, and so I had to start making mad dash phone calls, and the McGarrys, they stepped up in the last hour. So I just can't thank them enough for letting me come race last night and tonight. Everybody that helps them out, all their partners, fiance, family, friends, everybody's here, so it's really cool. It almost feels like a Sweet Springs podium from 10 years ago.
Ain't no doubt about it, not how time flies. And one thing you have found out full well is that the McGarrys will put you in a rocket ship any night of the week.
Yeah, they build their own race cars, their own frames and chassis, and build them. And Tom and Matt, they're really smart. The car just goes around there so well. Not the biggest funded team, but they do absolutely amazing with what they have. And we can come up here and race on a half mile with a big team. So it's awesome for sure.
Heck of a run, buddy. Enjoy the moment.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is out of Warrensburg, Missouri. Cameron Key ran an actual podium, and how about this young man right here? You talk about raw, pure talent, and I know the last few weeks have been such a disappointment for you, and you have been racing your butt off looking for success, and here you pop up hard charger tonight. How about that?
Yeah, not quite the finish we wanted. You know, it's always nice to get a podium, but the track conditions just didn't really allow it tonight. But for the feature, it definitely seems like they got a bunch of water on it to help keep the dust down for us. So can't thank the track and Power Eye enough for that. But it seemed like once my fuel load came off and once we had a restart and the dust settled a little bit, I could see I was able to finally make some moves on some cars in front of me. And I feel like maybe if we had another caution, we probably could have cracked the podium, but it's tough to say because I was still about straightaway back. And I was really only pacing them. I wasn't gaining on them, wasn't falling behind. So, you know, definitely glad to find some speed here, Scotty. Like you said, pretty rough. We kind of threw the kitchen sink at it tonight, and I still think we can go further. So I feel like we figured a lot out tonight. But I need to thank my dad and Richard and Rosie and Mom and everyone that comes with us to the track. They're a huge help. We couldn't do it without them. It's a lot of work for 3 days, you know. And I need to thank Tulsa Soft Mulch, X9 Chassis, Bob Bradley RV, Eaton Industrial Coating, Outlaw Wings. Man, I know I'm forgetting some. Oh yeah, Rainbow Nut Butter. That's a big one. Thanks, Scotty. I'm tired, guys. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, man, thank you so much, Scotty.
I think I get some nut butter out of that.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, I tell you, man, the youth movement is alive and well, and you are so much fun to watch and a hell of an effort tonight.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Scotty.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a warm, show me stay welcome all the way up from Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Beast, Reese Moran, your hard charger tonight. And I'm
on the outside, the 24 of Josh Reedy. Row 2 on the inside, the 99 of Kim Schrader, and on the outside, the 57C of Chad Clancy. Row 3 on the inside, the 20D of David Dawson, and on the outside, the 65 of Chris Jackson. Row 4 on the inside, the 12C of Stephen Clancy, and on the outside, the 57M of Aaron Moran. Row 5 on the inside, the 1R of Rylan Gibbs, and on the outside, the C3 of Chad Stouse. Row 6 on the inside, the 574 of Alan Hall, and on the outside, the 05 of Jeremy Lyle. Row 7 on the inside, the 9 of Brian Meyer, and on the outside, the 15J of Jake Fetterman. Row 8 on the inside, the Clayton Smith of the 8S, and on the outside, the 33 of Tyler Einhoff. And tailback on the field, the 5X of Alan Gander. Once again, 15 laps, 8 feature time in the Power Eye Meat Modified Division. Sponsors that come together to put this race together tonight here for the close of the 2025 Missouri State Fair. All right, here we go. Lights out. 15 laps to go. Casey Thomas, Josh Reedy on the front row.
Yeah, we got Josh and Reedy and Casey Thomas on the front row. Chad Clancy and Ken Schrader on the second row. Well, we got 15 laps on this. If I can here, I'll try and give you a little bit of the lineup.
Casey Thomas.
Joshua Reedy is on the pole. Chad Clancy outside of him. Second row is Dawson David and Chris Jackson, Aaron Morant, Chad Status. That is not right. As Ken Schrader is on the inside second row. Thomas is your leader. Josh Reedy in the lead, and that's Chris Jackson there in second place. Got a heck of a race back here for third, fourth, and fifth. Got Thomas, JD, and Clancy all kind of nose to tail, so to speak. There's a try for a pass for third. They're going to edge him out there a little bit. That's the 20 of Thomas. He's going to take over the third place, I believe.
1
one pulling up here, going to turn into the infield, it looks like. It's a 44. Casey Thomas. Still your leaders up here. As the yellow flag comes out. And we've got one stopped back here on the entrance to 3, right over there, and that looks like the 44. That's Casey Thomas. Kind of give you a rundown here, folks. It's Josh Reedy is your leader, Chris Jackson is second, Dawson David is third, Chad Clancy fourth, Ken Schrader fifth, Aaron Morantz up to 6th, Stephen Clancy 12th, Ryan Gibbs 8th, Chad Status and Brian Meyer in that 10th spot. The two leaders, Reedy and Jackson, had opened up probably over a half a straightaway lead over 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Got 11 down, folks. That means we only got 4 laps to go. 15 lap A main here.
Josh Reedy controls the field as he'll bring him up out of third quarter. Green flag back up in the air. Racing with 11 laps down. Reedy taking right in play with Thompson. Now taking a big to the inside.
Going to complete lap 13, so next time around, the white flag could be coming out. Reedy, your leader, Chris Jackson there in second. Third place is Dawson David, and then Chad Clancy in fourth. There's the white flag. Jackson kind of acts like he's going to take a look on the outside, but dives back down. Reedy going to stay ahead of him. Looks like about 2.5 car length lead. Jackson probably close up a little in the corner. Reedy coming down here for the checkered flag. For that race is going to be Joshua Reedy, your winner for the B mods. Chris Jackson second, David Dawson third, Chad Clancy fourth, Ken Schrader fifth, Aaron Morant sixth, Stephen Clancy seventh, Rylan Gibbs eighth, Brian Meyer ninth, Chad Status 10th. That's your top 10 there for the A main, folks. But your winner, once again, Joshua Reedy.
And also the 20 lead car holds on for a third place finish. Runner-up spot under the 65 of Chris Jackson. And the driver out of postal flag brings the 24 car down into the runner circle. That will be Josh Reedy. Josh Reedy.
I know, I think Scotty Cook may be doing the interview on this one too, so we'll throw it down to Scotty.
The outside of the front row to pick up the win. We'll go down track side now to Scotty Cook. Hey, thank you very much, Bob Ramey. He earned it from the outside of the front row. Hit his marks, got a great restart with that 4 to go restart. He's held the car, ladies and gentlemen. Representing the Kingdom of Callaway, Fulton, Missouri, Joshua Reddy. Your P-Mod state champion here at the Missouri State Fair. How about that, race fans? Held off a hard-charging Chris Jackson late, and he sure brought it on home with that 4 to go restart. Congratulations from the family. How about that, my friend? You look a little emotional getting out of the car, dude. This is a big moment, and everybody knows full well you got to beat old Chris Jackson to hit pay dirt, and you just did that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a good first one, first feature win, and held them off as long as I could. So glad everybody come out. Great race.
They're pressed for time and they're wanting to move this next one out, but I want to give you an opportunity to thank everybody that made it possible for you to be here right now.
First and foremost, I want to give a thanks to my family, my co-worker Jason Powers for letting me drive his car, TJP Motorsports, Joey Potter, Siegel Excavating, Red Ox Distillery.
All right, buddy, enjoy the moment. Heck of a deal.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's quite emotional. Give it to him. He's got a book to carry. Josh Reddy, your B-Mod winner here at the Missouri State Fair. We'll send it back to you, Bob Ramey.
That's close enough there, Scotty. And before we get going, we do have to thank Superior Steering Wheels and Graphics, the official Superstock feature event sponsor here this evening. Family owned and operated, everything is made by hand and custom built at a time to ensure great quality with a concentration on amazing customer service and top-notch quality products. Whether it's a steering wheel, a decal, a banner, or more, visit SuperiorSteeringWheels.com. Bob, and there was one.
Yeah, the 14 of Brian Worley, inside of row 2, the V4 of Terry Schultz, and on the outside the 25 of Galen Hassler. Row 3 on the inside will be the 9 of Dave Meyer, on the outside the 21W of Ted Welshmeyer. Row 4 on the inside the 00 of Corey Clam, and on the outside the 27D of Derek Henson. Row 5 on the inside, the 07 of Mike Doherty, and on the outside, the 68 of Jason Thompson. Row 6 to the inside, the 7B of Chad Lyle, and on the outside, the 11X of Jerry Pitt. Row 7 on the inside, the 10 of Steve Beach, and on the outside, the 27B of Jared Evans. And tailback on the field, the 04 of Blaine Huey. Once again, final feature event of the evening. 15 laps.
Okay, folks, you got Aaron Poe and Brian Worley on that front row here for the Superstocks at the Missouri State Fair 2025. And we've got the green flag. Looks like Worley is going to take that lead. Poe going to drop back into second, and he's going to get a challenge right away. He looks like he's going to hang on to it. He's going to get that rascal back down on the bottom. Welchmeyer's up there in that 4th spot. 21. Looks like Worley going to lead, and he's opening up now, probably about a 6, 7, 8. Man, he's pulling away. 8, 9, 10 car length lead. Brian Worley over Aaron Poe, that's Hassler, and then Terry Schultz in that 4th spot. Like Brian Meyer in 5th. Once again, they go down that back straightaway for Worley. It's like the 00 is going to pull off. He's got a flat right rear. Brian Worley, Aaron Poe, Galen Hassler, Terry Schultz, your 4th place, and Meyer in that fifth spot. Schultz going to look that top side to see if there's anything out there with some speed. But looks like he just hasn't got it. Comes back down on the bottom, tries to get inside of it. Pretty much got a race around the bottom of the track. And it's starting to dry out again. And that's probably the only place where there's much grip, because nobody's wanting to venture up on that top side. You see them all in line there. Might be taking rubber too. Who knows? And the yellow light comes out. I don't know why. Unless this guy spun out right here. Like the 71.
Well, now it looks like we got 4 laps down, 4 laps down.
Got 4 laps down. That means we've got 11 to go here. 11 to go. Your order is Brian Worley, Aaron Poe, Galen Hassler, Terry Schultz, David Meyer, Derek Hansen, Ted Wilsmeyer, Jason Thomas, Blaine Ewing, and Mike Doherty. That's your top 10. Yellow light goes out, so we're going to be starting them down the front straightaway here next time.
Blaine Ewing running 9th, and Mike Doherty in the 07. Doherty running in 10th. 4 laps in the books of this 15 lap eight main event, $1,350 for the winner.
Still 11 laps to go. 4 down, 11 to go. Oh, look at here. We may have a pass for the lead. That's Galen Hassler. Has moved out into the lead as he sneaks by Worley. They're coming out of turn 2. And we've got one in the fence stand, guardrail, whatever you want to call it. Actually, 2 of them. 27. That looks like Jared Evans. And that's the 04. There's that 07. 04, Blaine Ewing. Like Galen Hassler is going to have to go back with that yellow flag. They'll go back to the last completed lap, so that's going to put Brian Worley back up in the front. What a break for him. Because Hassler had got around him and was starting to pull away. Looks like we got Worley, Poe, Hassler, Schultz, and Meyer. That's the top 5.
Slowly making his presence known, working his way up through there.
Yeah, what a break for Worley. Man, gets his spot back. I bet he'll be a little more careful coming off a 2 this time. Looks like he got real loose down there. Now it looks like he's got Schultz right up on his back door there. Or back end, I guess you should say. And I think that's Aaron Poe now that's up into second. And Worley, your leader. Bill only got 4 down. Aaron Poe in second. Gary Schultz. And one's smoking pretty bad. I'm afraid he's got a motor let go. Surprised there's not a string of oil down here, but there isn't. And he's going to turn off. I think that was Mike Doherty that pulled off. Looks like Hassler wants to have a word with somebody here. Yeah, they're scoring Hassler back in 12th. I don't know what the... Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Hassler's back to 12th. I thought he was in 4th and 5th. One of the officials running across the stage coming down there to talk to Hassler, one of the Power Eye officials. I'm sure they will explain the situation in detail to him, whatever it is. Boy, you can smell the smoke from that guy that blew the motor. Woo! That ought to calm the mosquitoes and the bugs a little bit, of which there aren't very many tonight. I guess it's because there is a halfway decent breeze blowing, and that has really kept the temperature quite moderate, even though it's been in the mid-90s. And Hassler is heading to the pits. He evidently didn't like what he was told.
Somebody's nose or what, but Hassler has a left rear tire down, going back to the pit area.
Okay, we got 5 down, still 10 to go, so we've got plenty of race left. Once again, we got Worley there in the lead. Aaron Poe, Terry Schultz, David Meyer, Jason Thompson, your top 5. Once again, folks, I apologize for the camera work, but it's hard to announce and do this, and Aaron Poe is stopped here on the front straightaway. I don't know what happened to him, but that'll probably send him to the back. Maybe to the pits. As he's pulling off, he's going to the pit area.
Spend that extra $100 we put into the seal there, Alan. You know, that's like 4 corn dogs. Drivers get a little excited out here.
Once again, their top 5, Worley, Poe. Well, Poe pulled in, so it's going to be Worley, Schatz, Meyer, Thompson, and Chad. Worley just pulls away from him. Seems all the horsepower he needs to get this lead back out. Once again, he's opened up probably 8 or 9 car length lead over Terry Schultz there in second place. Close up on him a little bit in the corner, but man, when they run down the straightaway, he just goes off and leaves them. There again, pulling away. Schultz catches up with him on the entry to 3, gets it a little sideways. Looking at 8, lap 8 right there, halfway. Got a good race going on back here for 6th and 7th. Mike Doherty and Stephen Beach. They kind of get separated a little bit now. And there's a good 4 or 5 car lengths between every car out there, with Worley with about a 10 to 12 car length lead now as he completes lap 10. 5 to go. 5 to go. And again, they've kind of gotten into that bottom line there. Everybody down there wanting to get in this fresh dirt or moisture or whatever there is. Leader. Second place, Terry Schultz. Third place, David Meyer. 68 of Jason Thompson and Blade Ewing here. Need lap 12 here to complete 12. Be lap 13, 2 to go, 2 to go. Second place, Terry Schultz. Third place, David Meyer. Now, 3/4 of a straightaway here for Brian Worley. It's like a white flag into Flagman's hands, and he waved it. 1 lap for David Worley. Sorry, make that Brian. Through 3 out of 4, and looks like your winner. Super Stocks at the 2025 State Fair is going to be Brian Worley second, Terry Schultz third, David Meyer fourth, Jason Thompson fifth, Blaine Ewing sixth, Jerry Schmidt 7th, Mike Doherty 8th, Stephen Beach 9th, Derek Henson 10th, Aaron Poe, and those guys all retired to the pit area. Poe, Lyle, Hassler, Welchmeyer, Frem, and Evans, who evidently I don't think made it at all. But that's going to be your finishing order. And here comes your winner, Brian Worley, into the front straightaway.
Terry Schultz comes on the second spot in the B4 car. And there he is, race fans. He's down in victory lane. To give him a big round of applause, the young man out of St. Mary, Missouri, your winner, Brian Worley. did it in dominant fashion, bud. We won it last year. Last year we built a brand new car in like a month and come out here and won it for Ewing Farms. We built this car in a week and a half and finished it Friday night. Here we are again. I can't thank Kurt and Robin Ewing, Blaine Ewing. Oh man, this is awesome. I'll tell you what, I got a little extra surprise for you. I got, one thing I learned when I was growing up in central Missouri, there's some fine folks up there in Saline County, Missouri, and on behalf of the fine folks of Waters and Sons Excavating, you got a $100 bonus to take yourself all the way home and with a big old smile on your face in Missouri State Championship. I appreciate it. Tell Waters and Sons thank you, and thanks everybody coming out. I looked up and I was like, wow, what a crowd tonight you had, so that's awesome. It's got to feel great to win in front of so doggone many people. Yep, it's awesome. All right, enjoy the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, one final time, we'll bid you guys adieu. We saw a heck of a show tonight, and with that, we will check out and sing it back up topside to Mr. Alan Staley. Back to you, Alan.
Hang down there, Scotty. This one was a fun one to race fans. I want to personally thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight, whether it's watching live on start to finish or right here at the historic half mile of Missouri State Fair Speedway.
Well, there you go, folks. Let me put the camera down here a little.
Start to finish TV. Jimmy and Chris are on the sticks, and Scotty and Emma down there on the track.
Hope you enjoyed the races here from the Missouri State Fair. It's probably been at least 10 years or more since I've been to the fairgrounds, and it was a pleasure just to be on the grounds, let alone being able to video the races. I give a thanks and a shout out to Power Eye for letting me do this on a delayed basis, and I appreciate them doing that, because the State Fair is just kind of a unique deal, and you only get to see it so much. But that's going to wrap it up here from the State Fair tonight. Hope you all enjoyed the races here on Cheeseworks Videos. Hope you'll check us out and check back another time and see where we're at, what we're doing, and what's going on. That's all I can tell you. But this is Mike Kraft. Oh, before I forget it, I want to thank Christie's Tasty Freeze for sponsoring the videos. We also want to give a shout out to RPM Motorsports for helping out also, and Seaberg Muffler. So I keep forgetting to do that, but I want to thank those folks for helping me out for expenses and things like that. That takes, it takes gas money, time at home,